All right, does eating fruit shorten your life? That's an interesting question. You may say, why were you mentioning that? There's a lot of people that have been adding fruit to their diet, and there's various reasons for that. And you can look into why they may do that and what they believe. Some people believe that by not including fruit in their diet, that they're going to perhaps shorten their lifespan. And there's some arguments for that. This, however, is a study that just came out, which might drive a different conclusion. So this is a study that was done in Lebanon, looking at healthy Lebanese people, and they were looking at their overall fructose consumption. And they looked at something called relative telomere length, and telomeres are, part of our, DNA sequence with kind of the end fragments in there. And certainly when we see them shortened, it has been, not conclusively, but there's some studies that suggest that may indicate greater morbidity and perhaps decreased lifespan. So this is at least a, by some people's measure, a valid metric for determining possibly longevity, possible health status. And so what they looked at was people that consumed both added sugar and natural sugars, or natural fructose rather. So yes, it includes people consuming Cokes, but it also includes and takes into account for their consumption of fruit and fruit juices and things like that. And what did they find? Well, they found a near tripling of the incidence of shortened telomeres in the people that consume greater versus lesser amounts of dietary fructose in any fashion or form. So total fructose intake, certainly the sugar sweetened beverages had an impact as well. But it goes to show you that, nothing is really set in stone. We can't just, assume that we know everything, because we don't. We really, really don't. And I will just weigh in and say that this doesn't really compel me one way or the other, this particular study. But for those people that are out there saying that fruit is without problem, there's no issues with that, consume as much as you want, this may give you pause to that. It may not. I mean, you may say, well, telomeres don't really matter, and I want to look at some other metric. And what's what we often do? We conveniently choose the metrics that suit our narrative, right? I mean, everybody does that, And I would say, I'm just as guilty as anyone else. But what I will say, again, and this is what I've said over and over again, when it comes to longevity, who knows? Who really knows? I don't really care that much about it. I mean, yeah, I want to live long, but I mean, I don't worry myself too much about it. What I worry myself is about the most is the here and now. What can I do today to make my quality of life better? And that's generally why I pursue the dietary and lifestyle strategies that I pursue. Exercise, sleep, eating what I find to be a beneficial diet to me. And I think that's how you should approach this. But it gives you something to think about, right? So fructose associated with shortened telomeres, shortened telomeres associated with less lifespan. Does that relationship hold up, in a more vigorous challenge situation? Who knows? We'll see. But anyway, gives you something to question. Let me know what you guys think about that. Do you feel better with consuming lots of fructose, or do you feel better when you omit it from your diet? And what do you use to determine how you make your decisions? What's important to you? Is it I'm going to live to 100? Do you know that? I don't know. Who knows? Anyway, hope you guys are having a great day. We'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.